All right, what is up, guys? I'm standing underneath the awning here because we have another rainy morning. I just set the shoes out, and now we're getting rained on again. Don't tell Seattle, man. They'll be triggered that we got rain again. But today, we are going to dive into Adidas's newest shoe. It seems every month there's a new Adidas running shoe, and every month they're asking the question, is this going to be the Adidas running shoe that puts them back on the map for everyday running? Is Adidas going to reclaim their spot as one of the top running brands? And it's confusing because it seems like every month there is a new Adidas shoe and their lineup is a little bit sprawling. What I learned recently actually is that there's two business units at Adidas that crank out running shoes. You have Adidas Running, and they're responsible for the Ultraboost 5X here, and then you have Adizero, and they're responsible for this shoe, one of my favorite shoes of the year, the Adidas Adizero SL2. So today we're going to dive into Adidas Running's newest shoe, the Ultraboost 5X, priced at a steep $180. We're going to take it for some miles in the rain and humidity. Clean off our lens here. I did not marinate the camera. And I'll let you know if this is a competitive option in 2024 with all the other great shoes we have here. So with that, guys, let us get into it. Yes, you can see we're doing a little bit of an audible here. We're going to do this review from inside the porch versus outside. And so I brought out the shoes that I brought out today, Adidas Adizero SL2, because this is my current favorite Adidas shoe. It's $130, and that's my biggest question I have about the Ultraboost, right? I know the main question is it going to be a legit running shoe? Can it perform? Can it restore Boost to its former glory? Allegedly, they've lightened it up, made it maybe bouncier, made it perform better for long runs, whatever it is. But it's still $180. And one of my favorite shoes, regardless of price point this year, is $130 and also comes from Adidas. This has a very modern foam. It has their race foam on the inside wrapped in this training foam, and is undercutting this shoe, undercutting the Ultraboost 5X by $50. And then two more shoes that have been great this year that I want to bring out. Hold on. Should have marinated my camera. Yeah, these two other shoes I wanted to bring out here are bangers and represent where the market is going in 2024 for everyday running, and a little bit of why Adidas is left behind right now. So this is the New Balance More V5. You get a redonkulous amount of stack here. You get this nice thick base, very stable, very comfortable. I was walking in it again yesterday, and it's like strapping on a Tempur-Pedic mattress to the bottom of your foot. And then we have the Novablast 4. This is almost like the viral running club friend. If you join a running club in Brooklyn and you need to get a new pair of running shoes, it's likely that you'll end up with the Novablast 4. And that's what the Boost used to be, right? The Ultraboost used to be the cool kid shoe. And now shoes like the Novablast 4, the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4, the Hoka Mach 6, these are the cool kid shoes. The More V5 and the New Balance shoes are the comfortable shoes, and New Balance does have more of that trendy brand cachet in 2024. And then from the Adidas lineup, from the other business unit, Adizero, you have this $130 absolute banger. So that's what the Ultraboost is going up against right now. The market forces are not in its favor. The nameplate doesn't mean as much as it once did, but let's see. Can the Ultraboost 5X restore the Boost line to its former glory? Let us dive into it. Let's tear open this box and see. All right, so Charli actually had a chance to open hers up and wear them. We got the 10.5 men's, and her colorway was sweet. Ooh, and it looks like we have the same colorway here. Yes. All right, it is so rare that a brand will do, and man, this humidity situation is annoying, but it is so rare that a brand will give us a pink men's colorway. Adidas is already getting some points for that. We got the pink men's colorway with a little bit of this orange here, a little Dunkin' Donuts vibe blending into the silver in the back. This is a sick colorway. So 5X, what does that mean? It does not have the plastic cage that the standard Ultraboost does, and I think is the 5 because it's the 5th generation of the shoe. Last year, they called it Ultraboost Light, or in the last generation, now they're calling it the 5X. I'm not going to go too deep on the specs and everything today. I really want to do run performance. I'm a run performance reviewer. So you get a nice thick slab of this Boost foam here. It does feel a little bit on the firmer side, especially compared to market standard. And that's what Charli said. She said this was a little bit of a firmer ride for her. But what's going to be good for today is boom. We have the Continental rubber. Look at that. They call it natural performance. So the Continental tire rubber, this is not actually on the Adizero SL2, but it is on a bunch of the brand's race shoes. I'm going to try to get a better angle here. That's a little better. What do you think? But yeah, the Continental rubber is not on the other Adizero shoe, but it is on this guy here, which should give us some good grip out in the rain. Decently thick layer, and these Adidas shoes are really durable typically. So you get the Continental in the back and then in the front, and then some sort of a other rubber here. It doesn't actually feel that grippy. And then you have a plastic plate on the bottom, which is a little bit weird because the foam feels pretty firm here, at least to the touch. So I'm not sure why you need the plastic plate. We can keep an eye on that. Then you do have a plastic heel clip, which should add some little bit of support out here in the back. You get the one-piece upper, which is super nice. None of these other shoes that I brought out today have the one-piece upper. And as I mentioned, none of the plastic cage piece situation that you have in the standard Ultraboost. So if we compare this to something like the More V5, it is not as cushioned. It is not as wide. It is more of an everyday versatile running shoe, and a lot of the market is going towards these gigantic stacks, which are comfortable but not as versatile. And the Ultraboost has always been that do-it-all type of shoe, and it's retaining that DNA, that character in the 5X here. Now let me look up the stack height really quickly. I do want to get the drop because that's one of the main measurements. I don't always focus on the specs. Oh my goodness, bro, in the rain we still got the slugs out here putting in the work. I told you, hardest working critters in the animal kingdom right there. Bang! Drop a bomb on that slug. Man, this is a sick launch colorway, huh? So I'm on Running Warehouse right now. By the way, use my Running Warehouse link if you're going to buy these. So Running Warehouse has this measured at a 38 in the heel and a 28 in the forefoot. So they are going with that 10 millimeter drop. You're killing me, Adidas. I wish they went with the lower drop. We'll see how it runs. But what that does, if you look at this 10 millimeter drop here, and I can see it just from looking at it now, it slants you up. And it really creates this aggressive stance, which makes these 10 millimeter drop shoes look like running shoes. It looks like you get a lot of forward motion. But on the run, sometimes what that can do is create this chunkier heel. So if you take a look at the More V5 here, you get a little bit of that slant, but not as much. This is actually a 4 millimeter drop shoe, so it's a little bit flatter throughout. And the heel, while you have more foam in here, it doesn't get in the way as much because there's less of a difference between the front and the back. So we'll monitor that. This is a 10 millimeter drop shoe. The Adizero SL2 was also a 10 millimeter drop shoe. I wish they would give us a 6 millimeter drop option. That is the sweet spot for me, 6 to 8. But we'll see. We'll see how that evolves. Let's throw this thing on the scale really quickly because one of the main draws of this shoe is they're supposed to lighten it up a little bit. So let's see. Did they lighten it up? How does it compare to everything else on the market? Alright, moment of truth here. Ultraboost 5X coming in at 295 grams. So in the world of running shoes, lightweight in my size is 240 and below. Most of the race shoes come in at 220. And a lot of the everyday running shoes that are on the lighter side are around 250, 260, 270. So I would not classify this as a lightweight running shoe compared to the market. But let's compare it to some other shoes. Asics Novablast 4. Again, this is pretty much king of the streets right now when it comes to everyday running shoes. If you want a cool pick, this is the one. Novablast 4 coming in at 282. So you get more foam in here. If you just look at these side by side, you get more foam in the Novablast. It's wider. It's taller. I do think the upper on the Ultraboost is probably going to be a little bit nicer. That's one of the weak parts of the Novablast, at least in the front. The fit is a little bit weird. But you get more padding on the Novablast, and it's also lighter. It just feels a little bit lighter. So Novablast 4 is lighter. Let's take a look at the More V5. So this is more of a max cushion shoe with everything amped up, the comfort and fit amped up. This is coming in at 340, so much heavier than the Ultraboost, but it's not designed to be as versatile, although I can run some pretty fast paces in this, weirdly. I think because of how curved the bottom is, it makes it... Yo, mosquitoes! I was supposed to light citronella today, but I did not do that. Yeah, this curved bottom makes it easier to hit some fast paces. And then let's compare it to the SL2. It's Nemesis from Adizero. A little fratricide going on here. 259 grams. So again, this is a lightweight everyday shoe coming in right around that 260 mark. So lighter, not as much cushion in this, maybe not as much comfort. We'll see. This will be a good comparison how these do. I think it's going to be hard for me to recommend, though, the Ultraboost over the SL2, just given how versatile this one is. And you got that nice race foam in the midsole here, which is the race foam in here is just so nice. But I want to get these on foot and run them. That's really my question. How are these going to run? I know the Ultraboost, it looks decent, it feels decent, but how is this going to be for some mileage? So let's get these on foot and see. Oh, man, you know I had to do it to you. Hold on, man. Quick QA check. Susan ties 300.5. So 5 gram difference between the two. Not terrible, not great. A little bit off. But that's okay. 5 gram difference. That's not as bad as some of the ones we've seen recently. 8 gram difference. I like to shoot for between 0 and 4 is typically. So this is in the medium range. Adidas is cranking out tons of these, though. These are going to move in high numbers. And the thing is, $180, I think they price it like that because they know by Christmas they're going to be selling these for $120, $110. It's just, if you're going to buy them, just wait until then. And then you can buy them for super discounted. Please don't buy a full price Ultraboost. That's just outrageous, bro. Outrageous. Don't buy a full price Pegasus. And don't buy a full-price Ultraboost, all right? Also, don't buy the new, oh my gosh, the Alpha Fly, the electric colorway. It was $300. Don't buy that. That's complete shenanigans, okay? All right, let's get these on foot. All right, guys, lacing up the Ultraboost 5X here. And I haven't mentioned yet, oh, man, okay. This is, I'll tell you the story I was about to tell you. Red flag number 1. I did not notice this yet. Red flag number 1. All right, so this is the thing. If you want to be taken seriously as a performance running shoe, just do the little things. Do the little things that all the other performance running shoes do. Look at this. Look at the upper and the lacing system on the More V5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes, right? 6 holes directly in the upper. Novablast 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes directly in the upper. Adizero SL2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes directly in the upper. Ultraboost 1, 2, 3, 4 with this weird lacing system. So this is why this shoe gets the allegations, lifestyle allegations, because they're doing things that make it seem like a lifestyle shoe. And I think Adidas wants this to be considered a serious running shoe. Otherwise, I don't know why they would have sent it to me, because they know I'm a performance reviewer. Regardless, lacing up the upper. It has the sock fit, so that could be why the lacing system is different. And of course, you can't put the holes directly in the upper on a sock fit. But it's these little things. I think it's these little things that just give the shoe a lifestyle vibe. So let's see. Is this a 10.5? It said it. This is super long. Look at this. Wow, I have a lot of room up here. So yeah, wow, look at this. Can you see how far I can poke my toes up? So my toe comes right up to here. I have a lot of room in the front. The material feels nice. It's just a little bit of a odd sensation. All right, let me put this other one on. Initial step in, though, definitely on the firmer side. Not as soft as something like the More. But very comfortable, and you can slip it on easily. Charli said it is mom certified because of that easy slip on. But she also said she probably wouldn't wear these casually because Adidas is not mom drip anymore. Mom drip is on Hoka, New Balance, and maybe even some Topo action is mom drip. But apparently Adidas is not mom drip. I don't know. But that's not my report. That's Charli's report, and she's a mom, so I would take what she says seriously, huh? What do you guys think? All right, let's do a little walk test. Bro, I really don't want to run in this today. Look at this. This is complete shenanigans. This makes me want to sit inside with a nice warm slice of sourdough bread fresh out of the oven, some split pea soup with some Trader Joe's vegan Parmesan and roasted red pepper flakes. I don't want to put some miles up in this today. Look at this. Can you see this? All right, a little walk test. Let's go get into the rain for this part. Our white shoes are going to get wrecked. Yeah, straight up, dog. I'm going to be straight up with you. I am going to be straight up with you. Bro, this just feels like a firm lifestyle shoe right now. This does not feel like a running shoe. By the way, look at that. The hobby jogger wagon. Somebody tried to come and steal stuff from the hobby jogger wagon. They broke in and they ripped out the glove box. It's complete shenanigans, bro. Do you know who you're messing with out here? I might have to call my guy from the Lebanese mafia for some protection. It's getting messy in these streets. But the Ultraboost 5X, man, if you're a mob boss walking the streets, this might be a good shoe for you. But it feels firm underfoot right now. This does not feel like a soft and forgiving foam. I had the Hurricane 24 on yesterday, one of the softest, most comfortable shoes of the year. That's $160. And I think most people would prefer that for comfort over this. So the upper is comfortable. A little bit weird with the lacing system, but so far giving me big lifestyle vibes. Big lifestyle vibes for $180. Let's see how it runs. This is just shenanigans. This is just... Can you see the rain? Can you see the rain? Can you see it? It's not pouring, but it's definitely wet. Definitely trickling down here. So plan for the run. 10 miles. 10 miles, and then we'll see is the Ultraboost legit or not. Oh, what I was going to tell you. I had another pair of Ultraboost, my first pair of running shoes, and I put 700 miles on them. So with this franchise of shoes, it might not be on the cutting edge anymore, but for the most part, it's still up there in terms of you can run in them. They're going to be comfortable. They're going to be decently supportive. But today, I really just want to answer, is this up to par with the rest of the technology on the market? But the thing is, putting this on right now, this is I've put on probably 60 plus shoes this year. This is a $140 shoe. This is not a $180 shoe. There is no non-plated in the running shoe world. There's no non-plated standard training foam shoes above 160. Once you start adding the race foams in, that's where you start getting up to 180, 200. When you start adding the plates, more tech. This doesn't have any tech in here that justifies the 180. It just has the Ultraboost nameplate. And let me tell you, as a consumer, on the running side, that's not enough. Adidas also has the Supernova Rise, which is very comfortable at 140. More comfortable than this on step-in, and feels like it's going to be a better ride. We'll have to see. But yeah, so far, I just don't know why they price this at 180. I'm sorry. Maybe this is why the brands don't send me stuff. It's raining. It's raining. Oh man, it's starting to come down pretty good now. Another day, another rainstorm out in the Carolinas. But early overreaction here, man. Early overreaction is I need to wash my mouth out with some soap and take the disrespect off my tongue and put some respect on the Boost name. Because this is a nice foam. Man, this is a great foam. And Boost has always been a good or great foam. And it still has the qualities that I like and that I loved from my first pair of Boost. And the reason why I still use a pair of hiking boots that's Boost. It's bouncy, it's peppy, it feels like it compresses just enough to have some impact absorption, but still bounce me along. Now the upper fit is strange. It is for sure strange. The length is weird. It doesn't fit like most other 10.5s. I wish they just slapped a regular upper on this. So good foam, weird upper, and we're gonna be able to test this Continental grip too, because it is wet today. So yeah, plan for the run, 10 miles, everyday pace, nothing too crazy. Legs are feeling okay. I don't even need to hit the straightaway for the leg check. I'll flip this thing back on when we have more rainy insights to give you. No political satire today, I promise. That's Charli taking the kids to the zoo in the mom wagon. Bless her soul. Bless her heart. I wonder what her shoe of choice was for today. I'm gonna guess it's rainy. I'm gonna guess Topo Atmos. So grip is great in typical Continental fashion. The upper is the one area though. The upper. This is what happens when you don't have your top running team working on a shoe. Because this is, yeah, if they put a better fitting upper on this, it would be a much better running shoe. This is a lifestyle upper on a good running foam. I'll give you all the performance details when we get back. We just hit mile 1. I can already tell this is a good shoe. It's gonna get the job done. It's a workhorse. But 180 is preposterous. Absolutely redonkulous, absurd, wacky, bananas, out of control, outrageous, outlandish, zany. 180. Bro, if I saw this in a store, that's what I'm doing when I see the price tag. Taking a 180 turn around and walking out of the door. 180. I don't know what they're smoking out there in Deutschland. 180, bro. Gotta lay off the brats. Lay off the bratwurst. Come up in here with the 180 with the 4 lacing holes. I'm paying $45 per lacing hole. Man, shout out to my guy Hess Kicks, putting in work indoors. Now that's a smart play right there. That's a smart fella. Indoor comfort reviews. Man, I'm gonna have to pivot the channel. This is just complete shenanigans. Running in the pouring rain to test this $180 lifestyle shoe.
Should end this right here. Tell you this is a comfortable shoe. That's a smart business move right there. All right, just hit mile 3. Still raining. A little update here. So if you've run in a Boost shoe before, this will feel very similar. It's a nice foam. It's not that much different or different at all from previous Boost foams in their ride experience. Now, one weird thing that I've been noticing is happening is on my left shoe in particular, when I land a certain way, it feels like the little hole on the bottom is creating a suction cup effect. This happened to me in what was it, the Atreyu shoe, which by the way is a $120 race shoe with the carbon plate, which should also make you realize the pricing on this is complete bonkers, bananas. And just trying to think of another B word. Brazy. Pricing on this is absolutely brazy. Maserati, bro. And one reason I like running is because it's such a nice mood booster. And especially when you can hit some faster pace, you get your heart rate up, you get the blood pumping, you get some adrenaline. What's the science word? Epinephrine. Epinephrine. I was reading the Science of Running book last night, which is a weird book. It's almost like a textbook with just pictures of anatomy. And there's not that much in it that's actually helpful or actionable, but that's why I like running, because it's a mood booster. And days like today, recovery miles, just chugging along slow in the rain, it's not quite the same thing. Well, that's the thing I was talking about earlier this week. I'm trying to balance my mileage goal with my training goal, which is Chicago. And so I need to recover for this marathon on Sunday. Or sorry, for this long run with the marathon pace on Sunday. So I'm trying to hold myself back. Yesterday I did 12 miles slow. Today I'm doing 10 miles relaxed. Tomorrow I'll probably only hit 4. So that Sunday I can be on fresh legs. But it's a little bit of a bummer, because then I don't get that nice rush from picking up the pace. So we're almost at mile 4 here, and I do think I'm gonna add some strides. So little quick pace pickups, get a little bit of that blood flowing, and we can test how the shoe does with some faster pace in the 5s. See if we can get down to 5:30 pace for a few quick surges once we loop around here. So I'm gonna jog it out for 10 more minutes and flip this thing back on. Holy cow, look at this. It is flooding. Oh, Red Clay River brewing right here. Man, I need a little bit of a pick-me-up this morning. Hey Google, play I Don't Want to Hear It by Bossman D-Lo. I can get some, yeah, and it's for the right price. Big Zai in the building. All right, a little stability test here. Going around the cul-de-sac. The stability is actually good. Everything about the shoe is solid. The foam is in that sweet spot of not too firm, not too soft. Stability is good. Should probably crank down the laces a little bit tighter. The upper is the one weird area though, as I mentioned. And I got the hat flipped to the back, by the way, today, because this is not the hobby jogger hat. All my hobby jogger hats are dirty. I have a few more left though on this pre-order, so I'm gonna leave the link open. If you have not bought your hobby jogger hat, go ahead and do it. And by the way, I had to go and buy hobbyjogger.com because man, these streets were getting disrespectful with hobby joggers. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead, put some respect on the hobby jogger name, snatch it up, and now we got the brand, baby. Go to hobbyjogger.com. You think I'm kidding? drop some racks to get that hobbyjogger.com domain. I'm not messing around. All right, this is the performance review part and why you came to watch me instead of one of these other donkeys. I'm in a spicy mood this morning. All right, so I'm gonna do some strides here, a little pace pickup. So 4 reps, 30 seconds at a faster pace. I need to get my little butt hurt mood out of my system. I really don't know what happened today. I guess maybe the coffee was weak or something. All right, here we go, first one. All right, 23 seconds, 5:11 pace. Wasn't even hammering. That felt pretty smooth. My legs are tired, but good pep. I probably wouldn't race a mile or 5K in these, but daily trainer vibes. This is feels like a do-it-all type shoe. So the way I do strides, I usually jog for 30 seconds to a minute in between. The goal of these is not to get winded, but to get some turnover, to get the legs popping faster. So a little nice recovery jog. Some people will walk or just stand. I don't like doing that at all during workouts. I run because I like running. So during my sets of rest, I'll run. All right, gonna bang this next one at the mailbox here. Let's go. All right, 28 seconds, 5:01 pace. How crazy is it that my strides pace is slower than Connor Manson, Clayton Young's marathon pace? Those guys are savage. I honestly don't understand how you get that fast. It's crazy. You gotta be on another level. I can't even run their pace for a minute today, and they're banging that for 2 hours. That's the difference between hobby jogger and elite. All right, I usually turn this way. I'm gonna turn back this way to get some more flat. And at the end of it, we can do another 30 second. Actually, I'm gonna do a 30-second surge here. 1, 2, 3. Whew. 28 seconds, 5:07 pace. I apologize for the zestiness today, but you know what? This is the thing. When you film every day, some days are gonna be zesty, like a little spicy habanero. Some days are gonna be sweet, like some Auntie Annie's. Man, I love Auntie Annie's. All right, last little 30-second surge. And then I can let you know how these performed. Right at this mailbox, I'm delaying. I am delaying. Woo! This is downhill. Yeah, 32 seconds, 4:43 pace. That was downhill. It's funny, I never realized this part was downhill. Whew. I guess that's why I always get some speed on this mile. So Adizero or Ultraboost grip here, not as good as the Adizero shoes with the Continental. Definitely not as good as the Boston 12 or the Adios Pro 3. With those ones, I do not slip at all. And on this one, granted I'm running 5 flat pace, I was slipping a little bit. And I can feel it right now, slipping a little bit too. Whatever they did with the 2 types of rubber here, it's not as grippy as the Adizero shoes. But performance, for the faster running, it's solid. This is a do-it-all type of shoe. You're gonna be able to run fast, you're gonna be able to run slow. If you're looking for some running performance out of the Ultraboost and you came to watch because you're gonna buy this anyway, no matter what I say, which is 95% of people who watch these reviews, makes me question why I even do this. Sorry. I think half the comments are, bro, you're so spot on, I love that shoe. Or dude, what are you talking about? That's not how that shoe feels at all. Like, why are you watching a review? You already have the shoe. Anyway, this is gonna be solid if you want something to run fast and if you want something to run slow in. And man, this flood is getting bigger. Pull up like I'm Moses, bro. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera off. We have 4 more miles to go. I will see you back at the crib with a positive attitude, a thumbs up, and a big smile. All right, one more thing before we get home. The camera has 4% battery, so just enough. But this is why I have weekly mileage goals, the non-negotiable, because it's these days, these exact days when it's so easy to just say, nah, I'm gonna do a little 4-piece. I'm tired, it's raining, just a nice little 4-mile recovery run. We can go back home. These are the days where it's so easy to slip if we don't have standards and hold ourselves to those standards. So that's why I have the 100 miles per week goal. And guess what? I'm out here, I'm complaining, I'm zesty, I'm in a bad mood, I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated. Feels like things aren't moving, I'm not hitting pace. Feels like the channel's not growing some days. Feels like it's been raining for 7 days straight. But guess what? We're getting it done. We're getting it done. We're out here chopping. All right, guys, we're all done. Look at that. We made it through. Brother, we made it. Da-da-da. Another typical, can I even say typical? Completely average run. 10 miles, 0.21. 7 minutes, 51 seconds. 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 10 seconds. Just chopping. Yeah, these are the runs. We're just throwing some wood behind the shed, chopping. They're not fun. They're not pretty. Completely average, but we're just chopping. All right, let me take this thing off. And we're going to bang down there and bust out this review. You guys want quick? Man, everyone's always complaining. You want short? I'm going to give you a short review today. I don't have time today. You ain't got time today. Let me just tell you, Adidas, if you're watching, just put a regular upper on this. I don't understand. You have the regular Ultraboost and the 5X. Just put a totally different upper. Stop doing the half step. Put a real running shoe upper on this. Complete shenanigans. Just go all the way. Go all the way, Adidas. All right, let's get this breakdown in. All right, guys, 10 miles in the Adidas Ultraboost 5X, and I'm completely over it today, so we're about to pull a Dr. Matt and go sub 2 up in this boost, all right? So, first of all, this video is brought to you by our friends at hobbyjogger.com. Don't believe me? Go to hobbyjogger.com. Now, Adidas Ultraboost 5X, this shoe is fine. It's completely fine. It's good. I think Adidas sent it to me because they never send me anything, by the way, but they sent it to me because they want me to tell you it's a legit performance running shoe. That's probably why they sent it to me. And I can tell you, it's a legit performance running shoe. This is good. It's much better than the Saucony Ride 17, which uses a similar foam as this. A little bit firmer than something like the Saucony Triumph 20 or 21, which also uses this beaded TPU. And beaded TPU means it's going to be very durable. Now, you know what's disrespectful, you know what's ridiculous, you know what's malarkey. I'm always talking about people putting respect on this, respect on that. The price on this is completely disrespectful. It's a slap into the face of hobby joggers everywhere, and it's also a slap in the face of anybody like our friend Little Tommy up in New Jersey who's gonna walk into a Dick's Sporting Goods and ask his mom to pull out her DKNY handbag and max out her credit card for a $180 Ultra Boost. But guess what, Little Tommy? You're not getting that $180 Ultra Boost because I'm gonna tell your mom, put away your DKNY handbag, go to hobbyjogger.com and go to the best deals tab, and you can find that there's tons of shoes for $120 or below that are just as good or better than this. So that is the key downside of this shoe. $180 is bananas. It is malarkey. It is highway robbery. I don't know what Adidas is thinking, pricing this at $180. You can get the SL2, does the same thing, everyday running shoe, fun, bouncy, comfortable, $130. You can get the Supernova Rise, comfortable, stable, supportive, soft, $140. You can get the Primo, which I haven't tested yet, and I'm trying to get them to send it to me, but I don't know if they're gonna send it to me. $160. You can get the Novablast, the More V5, $140, $155. Everything that this shoe offers, you could get for less than $180. So yes, it's runnable. Yes, it's a good Ultra Boost. Yes, it's an improvement on the previous generations, but man, $180 can't do it. Last thing I'll say, it does have that 10mm drop feel, so if you do not like 10mm drops, this is not gonna be the shoe for you. I think it's gonna be very durable. It was good at running fast. It was good at running slow. It's versatile. I'm over this. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video.